It is 11:24 p.m. on Monday, December 1st, 2025. And the last week or 2 weeks maybe that I've been thinking about as a coach is you have all these people doing all kinds of courses, whether it's from their country's federation or online courses. And you wonder why, if we're all taking in the same information, why are there so many varying results? Not so much in the sense that players are different, but in the sense that there's still, in a lot of ways, a lack of quality of players. Why is that? And I know there's a lot of things out of the coach's control, but even taking away players, like even environments, like why is it that we have all this information but the environments for producing top players is lacking? One, I'd imagine it's that it's coaches, certain coaches are actually making an effort to implement what they learned. And two is that there's a reflection, so there's not implementing what you learned, but also the reflection of what you're doing. And then now I've kind of come to that point, and then that leads me to a realization that, well, let me not even say realization because I'm not 100% sure. But whenever I encounter something that's contrary to what I believe as a coach, I'm super happy to go into it. I learn about it, and as soon as I do, I can change, make a 180-degree change, and I don't look back. And one of the most difficult things for me is, and I can see why we all take in the same information as coaches, but we have environments that are bad and environments that are good, environments that are optimal and environments that are the complete opposite of optimal, is because so many times in coaching, when we see information that tells us, oh, this is bad, or oh, this is good, or oh, this is how it should be, or it should not be like this. In some cases, and then this is the discernment as a coach that you got to have. This is a quality of, I would say, discernment as a coach that you have to have. You have to be able to know, and I'm just saying this for myself. I'm making this for myself, but you have to be able to know what must be true all the time, what is true some of the time, and what is not true at all. So there's you got to know what is true all the time, what is true only some of the times, and then what is never true and should never be done. And these are the things that you have to balance. And the hardest thing is, for me, is in the middle of the three. It's knowing what is true some of the time, but not all the time. And then how much of that do you apply, and how much of it do you not apply? And the reason this is so hard is because every single environment is different. The the group of kids and the environment that any specific coach is working on is completely different, and you have to be adaptable to what's in front of you. And there is no exact formula that a coach who has no idea what you're going through, it doesn't matter how great they are, they cannot tell you what to do. And that is the hard part. You got to figure it out on yourself or by yourself. De- Depending on what country you're in, depending on the soccer culture of that player and their family, depending on resources, depending on lifestyle, I mean, man, there's so many factors, and now I see why coaching is so. That's part of the reason why coaching is so hard, is because you're trying to find the perfect blend, given the and by the way, things change too. Um, Within those things, never do they stay the same the whole time that you're coaching kids. Things change, and so you have to be ready to adapt. So a coach has to be as adaptable as anybody else. And that's why, as a coach, you can never really say I'm there, because these variables are always changing. And again, that leads me back. You must know, even though they're always changing, you must know what is always true. You must know what is true some of the time, and you must know what is never true. At least that's where I'm at now. Whether that actually is the truth, I don't know, but that's what I'm starting to figure out now, because there are things, information that I learned, and I heard that, oh, this is how it should be done, and I did it like that. But with time I realized something's not right, something's wrong. I have to be able, that's only true some of the time. Maybe it's true 80% of the time. Maybe it's true 60% of the time. Maybe it's true 90% of the time. And in some environments, it may even be true 100% of the time, depending on your environment. And that is the difficult part. That is so hard. That is so hard. But I just thought that was a interesting revelation for me. And again, this is just a journey that I'm on. I don't know if I'm 100% right, but it's what I see today.